Hello to all you beautiful people of the internet. Welcome to another Walking Dead video. I noticed last time when they tried to do a different one, you guys weren't interacting so much. I'd like to know why. But other than that, this video I want to do um, which role I think these Walking Dead characters have. So at the top, it has protagonist vibe. That means this character should be the full protagonist. That doesn't mean just one. There can be many protagonists in a story. Main character for sure, which means like they're the big main character that'll last for more than one season. Main enough for one season, which means there's a main character for only one season. Just supporting role, they'll just be like a supporting character that is there. And minor character only is like they'll have no big significance. They're just a minor character just to be there. So let's get on to it, shall we? And you may notice as well, I've named it the Walking Dead Universe. That's because there's more to come. There'll be more characters on here. I'm doing something big. So starting off with Rick, this is an obvious one. He is the protagonist. Easy said than done. Gosh, it is hot today. Jeez, it's 20 degrees today, guys. He is the protagonist. He controls the big story. Definitely. Carl, I think, also is a protagonist. He's definitely got he's definitely led quite some stories in the beginning. They kind of put him in the back seats further on, but I do believe that if they made him, if he wasn't in the back seat, if he became more the forefront, it would be really really cool to see. Judith, I think she'd just be a supporting role. While she does control like only one story, and that's just for herself, I think she's just there as a supporting role. Laurie, main character for sure. We all know her affair and such, but while she has an impact on a lot of stories, she's just a main character there. RJ, again, like Judith, just a supporting role. Nothing really big for him to be there. His ones who live, when he finally got to speak, it was really cool. Lambert should be just a supporting role. He's definitely the one that informs Laurie of what happened with Rick, and he was there to help Rick take down the criminals. I definitely think supporting role for him is definitely cool. So with Leon Bassett, minor character, he was only there for a comedy. I apologize if you can hear noise in the background, guys. I can't do anything about that. Like I said, Leon Bassett is just there to be, he's just a cop, and he's Rick's first named kill. Shane, definitely a main character for sure. I loved John Bernthal's portrayal of Shane, and I stand by this. I think John Bernthal's ending for Shane is better than the one that we've got. I definitely believe that. Morgan, definitely a main character for sure. He's the one that helped Rick. He lost his son, but then he eventually helped Rick get out of this. Dwayne, he's a minor character. He doesn't do anything. He's mainly just there as like Morgan's ground for support. Glenn, he's definitely a main character. I wouldn't say he's particularly the protagonist. He does control some storylines, but in the end, he's only there for Maggie and everyone else. T-Dog, I think he's just a main character for one season. One season main character, I think they could really start doing stuff. I was liking that they were starting to do something for him in season 3. I wish we got more of him, but no, they just left it. Dale is the main character for sure. He definitely influences a lot of plot lines. Jackie, I think she's a main character for one season. She doesn't do much. She she did have a strong connection with T-Dog, and she made him, and her death made him the man who he is today. Jim, I'm going to put him in supporting role. Well, we do learn that I know my dream now. It was me burying these dead people. He's really just there to die. Carol is protagonist vibe. I definitely believe she is a protagonist. She would definitely controls like season 10 storylines, and then half of season 11. I definitely believe that she is a full-on protagonist. Sophia, I believe she's a main character for one season, and that would have been season 2, I believe. She goes missing, but I wish we got like flashbacks of her. So then, like, while the search is going on, we see Carol's flashbacks of like how she took care of her daughter. Yeah. Ed, supporting role. He's just there as the first antagonist. Just a little bit of an antagonist for the story. That's all it is there. Daryl, protagonist. He's definitely a protagonist. I mean, bloody hell's got his own fucking show. But definitely Daryl is a protagonist. He was the protagonist definitely for season 9, 10, and 11. Merle, a main character for one season. I really love Michael Rooker's portrayal of Merle. I felt like his character... I would have said his character was enough. I definitely think his character was enough. As many times as I want to think maybe he could live a bit more, I definitely think that we've had enough of him. Andrea, I definitely believe she could have been a protagonist. Like if she took the big stage in season 3, and did more, she definitely could have been a protagonist figure. They didn't do that, but I definitely think she could have been. Amy, I think she was main enough for one season. She definitely had like a main character vibe for me in season 1. Well, she was only one season. I definitely think she influenced a bit for Andrea. Morales, he's only a minor character, I'm afraid. He shows up, he saves Rick, but then he disappears and he comes back only to die. That's just a minor character vibe, as well as the rest of his family. I'm going to add them there. Guillermo, I think he's just a supporting role. He mainly helped them get more guns to protect the camp. Then he just dies off screen. I didn't like that. Mr. Gilbert, he's a minor character. Felipe, again, a supporting role. I think Miguel could have been a main character for one season if they really got into the nursing home plot line. I definitely think Miguel could have been like a protagonist because they capture him and then they give him back, and he could have been like a cool new ally. He learns a lot from his family. Abuela, I think she would have just been fine as a supporting role. She was definitely a sweet lady. My condolences, R.I.P. to the actress who died in 2014. My condolences to her family, but I definitely think that she could have been like not a big main character, but enough for a supporting role to be like, oh, she's nice. Dr. Jenner, I think he could have been a supporting role. Like, I know that was his main role in like the last episode of season 1, but I definitely think that he could have been a little bit more prominent in 3 episodes instead of 2. Maggie is definitely a protagonist. She has protagonist vibe all over her, especially plot armor. But yeah, Maggie, she's got her own show for God's sake. Herschel, I think he's just a supporting role. He's mainly just an influence for Maggie, but that's all he is that I can see at the moment. Beth, I didn't see much happening with Beth, so I think she should have just been a supporting role. Like, yeah, she influenced some storylines and such, but I don't think they did enough for her. I wanted to see more. Herschel, he's definitely a main character for sure. Herschel's definitely a main character. He's not protagonist, but he's definitely a main character. And I think that he served his storyline well. Patricia, just a supporting role, and for Otis, I'm gonna say a minor character. While he does influence the Carl storyline in that, but in the end, he just dies. Same for Jimmy, he doesn't do much. Randall will just be a supporting role. He's like the big conflict of like the last few episodes, like the second half of season 2. But that's it. Dave and Tony, supporting roles only, I definitely believe. Michonne, protagonist. She is definitely a protagonist. I mean, she's in this fucking show of The Ones Who Live, for God's sake. She's definitely a protagonist. Axel, I think Axel could have been a main character for one season. I definitely think they could have developed him a bit more instead of just the guy who dies. Oscar, I think he's just fine as a supporting role. His character was okay. Andrew, again, a supporting role. He was alright, just like one villain. Tomas, I definitely think he's a supporting role, as well as Big Tiny. Well, yes, Big Tiny didn't do much, but he did initiate Thomas's murderous rage. The governor, he's definitely a main character. Definitely enough for a 2 season villain. Absolutely. Jeanette will be a minor character. She doesn't do anything. Martinez, I think he could have been a main character for just one season and either be a villain or such. Schumpert, as much as I know, Magnus Robert loves Travis Love, he's definitely okay as just a supporting role, I believe. Karen, she could have been a main character for one season. I definitely think if they spent just half a season with Tyrese and Karen, we definitely could have gotten to love her more. Milton, I think he's just fine as a supporting role and just influence little bits here and there. Dr. Stevens, definitely a minor character. She's just a doctor. Paul could be a supporting role. I definitely think that if we had like just 3 episodes of knowing him a bit more, I definitely think that he would have been a good memorable character. Jody is fine as a minor character to instigate Carl's murderous rage. Same as Haley, just a minor character there. Julio, I think he's fine as a supporting role. There's nothing much there we could have done. I really would like to see if he would have said, no, I'm not going to tell the governor. The Mean Guard, I'm going to put him as a minor character, but I definitely think he was just cool. Wellis, minor. Brady, I think supporting, because I definitely would have loved to know what his squad was up to. Snyder, I think, should just be a minor character there. Sasha definitely has is a main character for sure. She was close to protagonist, but that was just the cause of season 3 and 4. She did some things, but not a lot. But she's definitely a main character. Tyrese is the same as well. He'd just be a main character. Same reason for Sasha. Alan, he's just fine as a supporting role. Ben is fine as a minor. I think Bob should have been a supporting role. Like I get like he has a big influence on Sasha, but he and Tyrese are basically like the same thing for Sasha to lose. But I definitely think Bob should just be a supporting role in that, as well as Dr. Caleb Subramanian. I think he's fine as supporting, as well as Patrick. Zach is fine as a minor. Lizzie was fine as a supporting role, as well as Mika. That storyline was really good. I did like that. Ryan is fine as a minor character. Sam is just fine as a supporting character. Anna's fine as a minor. Clara is fine as a minor character. Tara, she didn't do anything except one thing. She should have been just a supporting role, not a main character. As well as Lily. Lily is fine as and Megan, they're fine as supporting, as well as David as well. Alicia is fine as supporting, as well as Mitch and Pete, they're fine as supporting. Eugene, I think definitely Eugene was a protagonist for sure. Because like the last season, he definitely stepped up, and we got so much out of him rather than the previous shit that we got. I definitely think Eugene would be a protagonist. Rosita, I think she's just fine as a main character, as well as Abraham. He's fine as a main character. Oh, I need to put her there. Oh, Jesus. Joe, I think Joe should have been a main character for just one season. I definitely think that Joe has main character vibes, but only for like one season. He was a great villain, the greatest of all time. Dan is fine as a minor character. Lane is fine as a minor character. Christopher's dad is fine as a minor character. Gareth, he should have just been supporting. Like, he's only there for a few episodes, and he does influence only like a bit of the seasons. Martin's fine as supporting. Gabriel is fine as a main character. I don't think he could necessarily be a protagonist, but if there was ever the chance, I would love to see how that would play out. Dr. Stevens is fine as a supporting character. Amanda Shepherd is. I think she could have been a one season main character if that hospital storyline wasn't so bad. Percy is fine as a minor character. Noah, I think he should have just been a supporting character instead of a main one, because he's only there to like help them find out about Beth, go on the run, and then just die. Dawn is fine as a supporting character. Lakari is fine as supporting as well, and O'Donnell and Bello are minor characters. Barbara, I do believe she could have been a main character for just one season. Nothing big, not a big amount of seasons, just one enough for her, and I think she could have been awesome. Nora is fine as a minor character. Heath is fine as a supporting character, although I'd love to see more about him. Scott is fine as supporting. Ashley is fine as a minor. Enid should have just been a one season main character, and that's it, because I didn't really see her do much. Vincent is fine as a supporting character. Tobin is fine as a supporting character. Olivia is fine as a supporting character. Denise, I think she could have had potential to definitely be a main character. She had potential to do that, but they just killed her off immediately. Cheryl is fine as a minor character. Nicholas is fine as a supporting character. Mikey is fine as a minor. Francine is fine as a minor. Annie is fine as a minor. Kent is fine as supporting. Sturgis is fine as a minor. Shelley's fine as a supporting character. Erin's fine as a minor. Aaron, I feel Aaron has protagonist vibe, definitely. Aaron has definitely got protagonist vibe in him. We could definitely see a lot of what they could do with him. Oh, Magnus Robert is watching this. Eric is fine as a supporting character. Spencer, I think he was fine as a one season main character. I definitely think that season 7 was his big moment to be like the slime ball he was. Deanna, I think she was fine as a main character. Reg was fine as a supporting character. Aiden was fine as a supporting character. Ron was fine as a supporting character. Jessie, I think she would have been fine for just one season of a main character, and that was it. Like, season 5 should have just been whole Alexandria. Terminus should have been done in like 2 episodes. Sam, he is fine as a supporting character. Pete was fine as a supporting character. David is fine as a minor. Owen, I think Owen had the potential for a one season main character because we definitely saw some like growth in him, and I definitely think we could have explored that a little bit more if they didn't kill him off. But just for one season. Nick is fine as a supporting character. Eastman is fine as a supporting character. I don't think there's any more that could be done with him. Negan, I think it's pretty obvious that he is protagonist vibe. I mean, again, he's in his own fucking show. I mean, duh. Simon was fine as a main character. Laura, I think she could have been like a main character for just one season, and that was it. I didn't think we actually needed more of her, to be honest. Alden, I think he should have stuck as a supporting character for season 11 because we don't see him much ever again. Gavin was fine as a supporting character. Jared was fine as supporting. Dwight, one season main character for sure. Like, yeah, season 8, he should be a supporting character, just be like the sidelines and such. But then season 8 would have been his time to shine as a big main character. Sherry is fine, I guess, as a supporting character. Tina is fine, supporting character. Gina is fine as a minor character, as well as Amber. I think Arat could have been a main character. I definitely think she could have been a main character. There's a lot of things that were pointed out about her that I think she could potentially have been a big main character, but they decided to put her on the side. Regina, I think she's fine as a supporting character, as well as Jed and Brandon and DJ and Justin and Gary and Gunther and Gordon and David. Emmett was fine as a minor character. Joey was fine. Frankie was fine. Katie was fine. Mark was fine. Roman was fine as a supporting character. Paula was fine as supporting. Molly was fine. Primo was fine. Oh, not you, Annie. No one knows the fuck you are. Bud was fine as a minor, so as well as Iago. Jesus could have been a big main character, but they did not know what the fuck to do with him. They were just like, he can kill, he can not kill, he can kill, he can not kill. Pick a fucking side. So yeah, main character definitely. Gregory, I think he should have just been a supporting character, because all he is, he's just a sniveling coward who tries to make a big influence, does nothing. Marco is fine as a supporting character. Dr. Carson, I think he's fine as a supporting character. Bertie, she's fine as a minor. Again, I'm sorry for the noise in the background, guys. I can't do anything about that. Neil, okay, remember, this is all my personal opinion. Neil should have been a main character. I definitely think. I love Neil. God damn it, Neil. You shouldn't have been shot in that car. Go, Neil. Hashtag justice for Neil. Cal was fine as a minor character, as well as Eduardo. Roy, I think for one season, Roy could have been a main character. I think he could have been interesting, but just for one season. Sorry for the sniff, guys. My nose is very blocked. My hands are sweating right now. Gage is fine as a supporting character. Addie is fine as a minor, as well as Ethan. Earl should have stayed as a supporting character. Tammy was fine, as well as Kenneth. Ezekiel, main character for sure, definitely. Although I wish he was one of the Pike deaths. I know it's harsh to say that, but, you know, he should have been one of the Pike deaths. Because they did nothing for him after season 9. Jerry, he should have been a main character for sure. I know the last season they did that, but I think like before that, he definitely should have been a main character. Jerry's cool. Jerry's very cool. Diane, fine as a supporting character. Oh, what the fuck? Richard, fine as a supporting character. Daniel's fine as a minor. So is Dana. Henry, I feel like Henry could have been a protagonist. He got the Lydia storyline. He could have been the new Carl. He definitely could have been a protagonist. If they just didn't kill him off and be the idiots that they were, they could have had a big story with this guy. Benjamin, he could have been a main character for one season, I believe. Like, yeah, he is the brother of Henry, but he's definitely had a big influence on him. He definitely could have been a main character for one season. Jules, she's fine as a supporting character. Rachel, she's fine as, I think she's a minor character. Cindy, is just a supporting character. She's not a main character. Same as Natania. And next we've got Jadis is a main character for sure. She's not a protagonist. She's too mysterious for that. She's definitely a main character though. Next, Sadiq. He's definitely a main character for one season, I believe. He's definitely a one season main character. In my eyes. Next we have Maze. He's fine as a supporting character. She's fine as a minor. Milo's fine as oh, where the fuck did I put him? Oh, I've lost him now. Milo, there you are. He's fine supporting. Georgie is fine as supporting. Wish they'd finished that storyline or something like that, you know. Yumiko, I believe, in the last season had a protagonist vibe. She definitely had a protagonist vibe. She took most of the charge in the last part of season 11. She definitely could have been the protagonist of that entire season. Magna is fine as a main character for sure. Yeah. Oh, it's really hot today, guys. Luke is fine as a supporting character. Kelly should have stayed as a supporting character, as well as Connie. Beta, he's fine as a one season main character, even though an antagonist, still a main character. Next is Dante. He should have been a minor character. I don't like his storyline. Mary should have just been a supporting character, not a main one. Alpha, definitely not protagonist, sorry, main character. She's definitely a main character. That's what I meant. There's no way she could be a protagonist. Lydia, she was fine as a main character. No, not her. Her. Ozzy's fine as a minor character. Margot, she should. I think, yeah, Margot's fine as a supporting character, actually. Alfred should be minor. Alec was fine as a minor. Jocelyn, I feel like instead of the flashback, she could have been a one season full on villain. I definitely think there was potential there, but they could just quickly there you go, done, solved. These kids were fine as minor characters. Virgil, he's fine as a supporting character. Juanita, she's fine as a main character for just one season. Because she was just a main character for one season. That was basically season 11. She wasn't a main character in season 10. Although that would be pretty cool if she was. Elijah, he could have been a main. I mean, he is a main character, but I feel like there could have been more story for him after the revenge plots of the Reapers. He could have been a big main character. Duncan, he's fine as a supporting character. Frost, he's fine as a supporting character as well. Agatha, fine as a supporting character. Cole's fine as a minor. Leah, she should have. I think, yeah, she's fine as a one season main character. That was it. And if he is next, I think, yeah, Pope as well could have just been a one season main character instead of just 4 episodes. I think it was 4. I wish there was a more villainous sides of him. Carver, he's fine as a supporting character. Montanio, he's fine as a minor character. Tommy, he's fine as a supporting character. Lance, he's fine as a main character. I definitely like that they expanded on him more than the comics did. I think the TV show did him some justice. Someone get the bloody door. Vickers, she's fine as like a minor character. I don't think she's a supporting character. Shira, they need to finish that fucking storyline. Supporting character. Tyler Davis, I feel like Tyler could have been a main character for season 11 as well. I definitely believe they could have had more done with him, because he was the first sign of a rebellion. Like, they're liars. They're liars. Stop them. May, she's fine as a minor character. Roman, he's fine as a supporting character. Toby, he's fine as a supporting character. Roberts, he's fine as a supporting character. I keep thinking his name is Sanborn. No, that's the guy opposite of him. Mercer, he's fine as a one season main character, yeah. As a considering supporting character, because it takes a long fucking time to decide, you know what, we're gonna fuck her up. But yeah, he's fine as a one season main character, as well as Maxine. Maxine's fine. Pamela, she's fine as a one season main character. Sebastian, I feel like he could have appeared in like the last a few episodes of season 10, make him a big main character, just to show what a little shit he is early on, so we can hate him more. I don't feel like he could have been a 2 season main character, but also a little shit. The Warden, he's fine as a supporting character. Annie, she's fine as a supporting character. Hearts, I think she could have been a 1 season main character. She's very, very cool looking. Heart was very cool. I wish they did something with her. Yeah, but just for 1 season, though. I don't think any more than that. Moto, he's fine as a minor character. Dog is fine in the supporting role, as well as Shiva. So, that is what I believe. Now, this is a challenge for Magnus Roberts. Make some Walking Dead stories with the protagonist in the top. Who I think a protagonist is, I want Magnus Robert to do that. Now, I can give you the link to this tier list, but the boxes bit here, those are just bits added in. You can just add in whatever you want in there. But thank you all so much for watching. If you like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe. If you want me to suffer through a plank, get me to 50 subscribers, and I will do that for you. Thank you all very much. Magnus Robert, check this out. I would love to see what you do with this, and have a good day.